We had our night in Gatlinburg. I'm clean. I feel so much better. It was nice, really good. So we've got an 8-mile section today, and this is the last section where we're going to be coming to. I think in the last video I might have said Davenport Gap, but I think it's Newfound Gap, so I said that wrong. But we've got a little problem because with it being the last place that you can get out of the Smokies, and then we have probably maybe 3 more days after that, they are calling for storms. It's a problem with the Smokies, and of course with our bag situation, really not having bags that are really appropriate for 5,000 feet or higher. So we're going to assess tonight, and as much as I cannot believe that we may not be able to make it through the Smokies this time, we may not make it through the Smokies. You know, when you're through hiking, you can take some zeros and just wait out the weather, which is what most people do. Everybody checks the weather and is mindful of the weather in the Smokies. And if you had to take a zero, then you just take a zero until better weather. This is looking like possibly 2 days of storms. If we wait out 2 days of storm, like 2 days in Gatlinburg, I mean, we won't be able to make it back, and Brian has to get back to go to work. So, but we also have to be smart, and this is not life or death, and don't want it to be life or death, obviously. So we have to make just the smartest decision as possible. I know for a fact the people that we are hiking with, they are for sure going back. They're not. They've already said they've looked at the weather, 100% they're out. We probably, I'm guessing, will be too, but I said let's just wait and check tonight, just to be on this. Just the weather does change, but I mean, I have to agree that like we can't get caught up here in crazy storms. And I mean, and now they're saying like torrential. Like this morning, it had been saying like 80% chance of rain and thunderstorms, and now they're saying they've added like torrential downpours. That's just not safe to be up here without what we need. And then also, like, really, it's just the time. Like, if you do get stuck up here in bad weather, you just hang out in the shelters. Well, you may take a zero or a Nero in a shelter. We don't have time for that, and there's no other way to get out. So, and he's got to be back at work when he has to be back at work. So, obviously, there's that time constraint that we have, and they do too. So, anyway, it looks like we may be having to come back and finish about maybe, I don't know, 40 miles in the Smokies. So anyway, so I'm just enjoying today and trying to like soak it all in, and because this may be it for a little bit on the AT. So anyway, I'll try to video some of the trail, and if there's anything cool, I don't know if there's any views today. I have no idea. If there is, I'll show you. It's a million wonders what a night of bed will do for you. I slept good last night. I still woke up in the middle of the night, but overall, I mean, I had a really good sleep. I mean, you're in a bed, so you know, I'm not complaining, but the bed was actually very comfortable. And I had a pillow, which was fabulous. So I feel good this morning, and the trail seems easy this morning. But like I said, I think it's just the same as ever. I just think it feels good because I slept last night and I had a good meal. I had a good steak, and anyway, so we'll get off tonight because we have to, because it's our next stop, like where our car's at and stuff, and regroup and figure out what to do after checking the weather. Either you get off and stay off, or you keep going and you're stuck in here for 40 or so more miles. So we'll just see what the weather says in a few hours. pretty little section we're going through right now. We just come off Mount Collins and going down, but it's really pretty. Dark. I'll video for a minute and let y'all see what it looks like. Let me zoom out. Cool little section through here. Sometimes it almost makes you, when you're down low like this and the trees are towering over you, it almost feels like the redwood forest or something. Beautiful little section. Today's been a relatively easy day. I mean, we had Mount Collins to climb, but other than that, it's been pretty easy today. Like, very pleasant. The temperature's nice. I think it's in the upper 50s. And I had a sweatshirt on this morning, and then when I started climbing, and I was cold, when I started climbing Mount Collins, about halfway up, I took it off, and now I'm cold again, but I'm too lazy to stop, and I don't want to take my backpack off and get it. So, just a beautiful day. It's hard to imagine that there's storms coming tomorrow. So, but they can change. The weather changes on a dime up here, and we've met a few other people today, and they've talked about it as well, that looks like storms are definitely on their way. I don't even know for sure what time they're supposed to start. I want to say maybe 8 in the morning. So anyway, I don't know. We will check it out when we get to the very, very bottom today of the hill and see kind of what the latest update is. So just cruising along. Be careful. It's fencing against the wild hogs.
Yeah. The hogs can't cross it.
I had a fence running down it. I was looking at it too. We're just coming out at, thank you, Newfound Gap. It is crazy here. This is insane. A lot of people will come here just to be able to, because the AT continues over here. So if weather permitting, which is not looking good, but who knows, that's where we pick back up tomorrow. So a lot of people will come over here just to be able to see, like, and actually stand on the AT. So it's always, and then there's a huge overview too, so we'll walk over there. Happy trail, guys.
Yeah, you guys
Y'all
stay
enjoy.
safe.
Bye bye. So that's it. Our car's here. We will take inventory and see what's going on and make a decision, and we'll either be getting back on in the morning or we will be headed home. So I don't know. We'll just wait and see. So stay tuned.